later this week.
Oh dear. And isn't it always during Big Rat Bites?
I know, Chris, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on, but we're really suffering with technical problems here.
We are. But thank you everyone for bearing with us. Third time lucky, says Jen Whitby.
Well, you say third time. There will be no third time on Big Rat Bites because we cannot get through it without it crashing the system.
Yes.
So will we.
Every week, I know.
It will be on the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel later this week.
Yeah.
In full, without any errors.
Yeah.
Or us crashing and having to restart the machine here.
Yeah. Third time's a charm, says Robert Monk, and I did say AC mentioned earlier. It's a bit Fab 3. Here we go again.
It is a little bit.
Fab
Alimation says amazing jumper, Richard.
Ah, is it available anywhere, Jamie?
It is from the Gerry Anderson store. shop.gerryanderson.co.uk. Pre-order now in time for Christmas.
Yes, here we are. All right, deep breaths, says Steve Gould. You're absolutely right, Steve. We're all still here. Yep. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we won't be going back to Big Rat Bites.
Sorry,
for now.
Chris.
How about should we do some viewers' emails?
Yes, let's do some viewer emails, shall we?
Because we have been asking you, if you listened to the podcast and if you were with us last time, to send in your emails to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk so that we can read them out. And a good few of you have done. In fact, I'd like to start with this one from Andrew Hyde, if I may, who's got in touch.
Go for it.
Now, Andrew said, Dear Jamie and Richard, this is not your usual sort of email, and if you forgive me, I'd like to hijack your broadcast. Well, I think someone's already done that, haven't they? For a few moments, to do a mass thank you to several Gerry Anderson fans. Over the weekend, I travelled all the way to Maidenhead from Cornwall to attend the Fanderson weekend, as I'm sure many of you did. And I spent my weekend with many amazing people, of which many listen to the podcast and watch the broadcast, and in a few cases work with you both at Anderson Entertainment. Who could he mean? Anyway, Andrew says this. However, my amazing weekend turned very tragic quickly when I received a phone call that nobody ever wants to get. A doctor telling me my father, the man who introduced me to Gerry's work many years ago, had been taken ill in the night and didn't have long to go. At this time I was in London and had no way to get to Cornwall in time to say goodbye. He says, on hearing this news, I got in contact with an amazing friend made through our shared love of Gerry's work and attending Anderson conventions over the years, who came all the way into London while suffering from post-convention flu to be with me and help me through this darkest of moments, getting the call that he had passed away peacefully. She also got in touch with other friends from the weekend who have been so supportive and sending me messages of love and sympathy. I won't name them, but they know who they are. So I just want to say a massive thank you to them and everybody else in the Gerry Anderson community who've been so supportive at this time. It's really appreciated, and I know my dad would have been immensely touched by all your kind words and messages, because I know I am. And that's from Andrew Hyde to everyone out there.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, so sorry to hear about your loss, Andrew.
Yeah,
but
very much so.
I mean, we say this so many times, what a wonderful and supportive world fandom can be. And we're lucky because we've got so many wonderful people who join us for Fab Live and on the podcast. We're all a big family, really.
Absolutely.
And like every family, we have our good times and we have our bad times. And when something like that happens, as happened to Andrew and his dad, it's lovely that everyone rallies round, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So thank you very much, Andrew.
That's great. Good. So after that, thank you for that, Andrew.
Yep.
We've had a few more here. So now, are you ready and standing by with pictures?
I'm standing by with pictures. I've also made this handy sign.
Yeah.
Because we keep getting people asking, you can buy this Christmas jumper at the Gerry Anderson store. I'll hold that up from time to time just to answer the questions.
That's right. Lots of people sending their wishes to Andrew, which is lovely.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Thanks, gang.
So, now, Roger Woolley.
Yes?
Had a fabulous time in Coventry today on the 28th of the 9th, 2019.
1919.
It wasn't that long ago.
Goodness me.
Happy to say that Colonel Steve Zodiac went down well all day today. I got recognised quite a lot. And I also got to meet Melita Clark of Space 1999 fame.
There you go. In fact, there's a photo.
There. Lovely picture. That's Roger in the middle there. In a nice off-the-shoulder black number, of course.
Yeah, carry it off well, Roger.
And a fellow Century 21 cosplayer, Ian, as Captain Black.
There he is.
Yes.
Nice work, Ian. Lovely.
Yep. There we are. Yeah.
He also enjoyed an ice cream.
Have you got a picture of that?
Yeah.
Oh, look. If anyone ever wanted a picture of Roger Woolley licking an ice cream as their desktop screensaver...
And dressed as Steve Zodiac, then...
There it is.
It's all yours. Thanks, Roger. Lovely.
Okay, I'm going to go to Dennis Fernandez now.
That's got no image.
Great.
No, good.
Hello, Jamie and Richard. I recently obtained a Blu-ray copy of Space Precinct Legacy from a vendor on eBay.
Ooh.
Well, now let's talk about that in a moment. I was fascinated by the interviews of the various people that were involved with Gerry's show. They were both good and bad aspects of the show that were voiced by the crew and were interviewed, but one overall opinion was that it never got the proper airing in the US, and I can confirm that rumour.
Yep.
I found the show only by accident at 2 a.m. during its initial release. It was on CBS, which is one of the big 3 networks in the US, but that horrid time slot doomed it to fail. I agree with Richard that the show was very good and should have got more respect from all. And Richard, I own a copy of your book, Space Precinct Unmasked, and I've gone through it twice. Only twice, Dennis.
Gosh.
A very good read. Keep up the great efforts on FAB Live and everything else at Gerry Anderson UK.
The efforts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a very good point, Dennis. Let's talk about Legacy, shall we? I'm going to put it out there.
Go for it.
Okay, so I saw Space Precinct Legacy as well, as many of you have seen the DVD, and I think it's all up on YouTube, actually. And from my point of view, it didn't give a full picture of the production. A lot of people were a lot of talking heads to give their opinion. I generally felt they were a bit too down on the show, actually, and it certainly wasn't my experience of that year at Pinewood, which really was the reason I wrote the book. Are people still asking?
Yeah.
There you go, Mark James Prescott. There, that's where you can get the Christmas jumper. So that's what Space Precinct Unmasked was all about, really, redressing the balance, because yes, it had its problems, but also a fantastic year, as you can imagine, at Pinewood Studios. Terry from Hereford. Did you know that it's John Tracy's birthday the day after Fab Live?
Happy birthday in advance, John Tracy.
Yeah, but it's also Terry's birthday as well.
Happy birthday, Terry from Hereford.
That's great. Also, on that note, Andrew Hyde says, oh no, beg your pardon, Robert Monk has got his driving test on Wednesday, so we need to wish him luck.
Good luck, Robert.
Yes, there we are. Hannah. Lovely Hannah, who we met at Leicester Space Centre.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Here's just a little something I made for Thunderbirds Day. I've loved the show when I was a kid, and after a happy comeback back in 2015, nothing's changed. I wanted to draw something a little different, as I'm aware of how iconic Thunderbird 2's launch is, so I thought, why not a launch scene in the rain? I've never drawn a rain scene before, so it's a little bit messy as my first attempt. But I hope you all like it, and I'd like to share this with everyone who might be interested as well. Also drawn whilst listening to the podcast, which is lovely. Thank you, Hannah. Are you trying to find it?
I'm just trying to load it up. Bear with me 1 second.
Great. Yeah, that's lovely. Was there ever a Thunderbird 2 launch in the rain, I wonder? I guess it was a bit of stock footage, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he went for stock again and again.
Yeah.
So,
But,
right, we're just getting Hannah's image in now.
And she's a great artist as
There
well.
it is. There it is. Lovely work, Hannah. Now, she showed us a great image of Thunderbird 1 that she drew.
Yes.
Fantastic angle on
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
You get the same ones, the kind of, top down,
Yeah.
the side on ones.
Yeah.
But Hannah's was a really kind of heroic
Yeah.
launch shot or a touchdown shot.
And I think
Thunderbird 1.
she got the ultimate praise from Lee Sullivan, didn't she, about that?
Yeah.
Who complimented on the drawing. But that's rather lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely. Nice work, Hannah.
Yeah.
Top notch.
Keep it up, and maybe see you next time we're in Leicester. That'd be lovely. Archie got in touch to say, hello, Jamie and
Yes.
Richard. My name's Archie, and this month everyone at school can enter a model maker competition where we have a chance to make whatever we want. I made Thunderbird 3 because my favourite Thunderbird's vehicle, and also we got to spend most of Thunderbird's Day making it.
Nice.
Me and with a little help from my daddy have finished it now, and I get to take it to school on Monday, so wish us luck.
That's today.
Yes. Well, I hope it went well, Archie.
And here is Archie with said Thunderbird 3. Look at that!
Isn't that great?
I would say that is better than your Thunderbird 3, Richard, you've got there.
Oh.
Do you want to compare it?
Where shall I go? Zooming in. There we are.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, great colour as well.
It looks really solid. It's going to last for years, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, and there it is in all its glory, in another heroic shot. Nice
That's
angle
right.
there.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Archie,
So
well
good.
done.
Yeah, top work. Top work.
FAB.
That's very good. Lots of people I can see commenting, lots of lovely compliments. Firstly about Hannah's wonderful Thunderbird 2 picture, and then Archie's lovely Thunderbird 3.
What a talented lot out
know,
there.
they
In fact,
all
we've
are.
got some more talent to show off shortly, haven't we?
Right, okay, so Roger, I thought you'd like to see my nephew and his mother's visit to Stourhead, Wiltshire. Is this the creative thing you were talking about?
This is one of the creative things, absolutely.
Stourhead being, of course, home to Lady Penelope Crichton Ward and Parker, and so Roger sent us a few photos for our amusement.
We only got one here.
You say amusement.
Yeah. Well, Halloween is coming up.
Yes.
Here we go. Look at that.
That's great.
That's tickled me, that has.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
very smart. And I think Lady Penelope absolutely would wear a top like that.
Yeah, and
Very-
Parker looks fantastic.
Very New England.
Yeah, isn't it?
Is that the style?
Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah, nice
that's
work. So thank you for that. In fact, I went to Stourhead. It's lovely.
Is it? I've never been to
See
Stourhead.
how it inspired the team to model
Yes.
Penelope's mansion.
Yes, that's right. Now, I don't seem to have any more pictures, so is that it?
No, but you've got a video of Andrew presenting a poster. Don't
Well,
we? Did you print out the?
No.
Hang on.
I can imagine it went something like,
Just
Hi,
pad,
chaps.
Just pad for a minute and
Okay.
do that, and I'll find the email.
Keith Roberts says he wishes that he was as good as arts and crafts. Well, Keith, just have a go. I think people are just diving in, drawing, making stuff. It's all good
It's
fun.
just for the fun of it,
Yeah.
really.
That's brilliant, says Hugh. Wow, says Ralph. Absolutely. Hannah, awesome, says Robert. Yeah, great job, says Steve. So I hope Hannah and Archie are watching. I love that picture. The kid holding a Thunderbird for me made it at school. I really want to make a Thunderbird 3 just like him. Go for it, Aidan, and post us a picture. Now, Lady P did actually wear a top like that in Thunderbirds 1965, says James Fielding.
There you go.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Right.
Jen Whitby says, what size is Richard's jumper? Just for a size guide.
Richard is a medium.
I'm a medium.
And,
just so you know.
Where's my paper gone?
Oh, I thought you were going to look for a tape measure
it's
and
right
measure me
here.
up.
No, I'm just
Oh, yes, of course.
just holding that up again. You can buy the jumper from the Gerry Anderson store.
You might as well just say it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm helping people see it. Okay. Right, so the email is as follows,
Yes.
Richard. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Hope you're having a great Fab Live,
Yep.
free of any pesky tech issues.
Sure thing.
Yeah, absolutely fine. None of those happening at all.
No.
I wanted to share this little video I took at Fanderson's Super Celebration weekend in Maidenhead this month.
Yep.
Terry Adlam, known very well to us
And isn't he just?
to fans of Fab Live. If you watched last Christmas's Terry Christmas edition,
Yeah.
you'll know who he is.
Yeah.
Known to Anderson fans for his work on Terrorhawks and Dick Spanner, and for his penchant for puns. Penchant?
Penchant.
That's
Oh,
what,
very,
that's
he'd
what
like that.
AC's done, yeah.
Oh, I see.
He joined our group for dinner one evening. Andrew Hyde, who we've already mentioned, took the opportunity to present Terry with a special handmade gift, one which combined Dick Spanner with Terry's appreciation for the James Bond films.
Yes.
I won't spoil the reveal. See for yourselves. Best wishes, AC.
Right. Shall we have a look?
Well, we've got the video.
Yes.
So, yes, any second now.
Now, I have to say, the sound isn't the greatest, is it? So
No, the sound's a bit
bear
loud.
with.
So, yes, be prepared, but hopefully you can hear and you'll certainly see what's happening. So, here we
Yes.
go. Let's hope it doesn't break the stream.
For some reason,
Right.
no, sit down. It's probably easier for me. Right. Last time we were here, you gave me a little drawing of Dick Spanner with Morecambe and Wise on it. And I have it at home, I have it framed. It's one of my prized possessions of Gerry Anderson stuff. And I thought, well, this time I'd return the favour. So, I know your love of James Bond. So I created something which combined both Bond and Dick Spanner. A James Bond themed poster, and also, as I know you love your beers nails, a Cornish ale, which is one of the best around.
Wow.
So, my little thank you for the wonderful bit of artwork you gave me last time.
That is,
You know,
that is fabulous. Nice that is going to be framed.
and it's a limited edition. There are only 4 of these prints around. So, you know,
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Lovely. Absolutely amazing.
Big fan of that.
Yes. Yes, we love all sorts of...
Yes, Richard.
just...
Are you looking for something?
Yes, I am, yes.
I'm looking for something as well. So
No,
if you could bear with us while
Yeah.
we find the things we're looking for.
Yeah, Nick McCarthy says that poster was brilliant. That's really cool. Says Two Freer, I think, on YouTube. Brilliant, says Robert. Would you ever allow Anthea Turner on to talk about Blue Peter and The Make, says Mark Justin
I've been in
Ford.
touch with Anthea and we are trying to arrange it. It's just that she's mega crazy busy.
Yes. Now, I wanted to show you this. In fact, I'll read this email first, and then I'll show you the picture. Okay, so this is from Peter Littman, who says, I wonder, which of these two timelines is regarded as official Gerry Anderson canon? Uh-oh. We're talking about
I
canon.
already count myself out of
Yeah.
this.
So he asks this: did Victor Bergman from Space 1999 die from a faulty spacesuit as chronicled in the annual, and even the report that it was in the original script for the Metamorph, even filmed but left out at the last minute? Or, as the return of Victor Bergman on YouTube with Barry Morse himself tells us, he is in fact very much alive following a heart attack. I didn't get where I am today without getting confused by conflicting alternative realities. Hope you're both well. SIG Peter Lippman. Interesting, 2 versions of Victor Bergman's death.
Who can help Peter? I can't. If you can help Peter, please do comment.
Yeah.
Wherever you're watching.
Yeah.
And Wookie Mark, Jamie, was your father ever involved in the making of the Bond films?
Aha.
No, but he almost was. He was asked to do a treatment for Moonraker.
Yes.
Rake Moon, I
That's
was going
the
to say. No, Moonraker.
Yeah.
And then it all kind of fell to bits, and years later they used quite a few elements in the film, and he was asked to sign it away and destroy all copies, etc., etc. Of course he didn't. I've still got a copy of it, but we can't really do anything with it because that might be a bit naughty.
Yeah.
But that was the closest it came.
Yeah, Don Chandler says, okay, I'm convinced I'm buying a Christmas jumper after this show. Just a shame no one is wearing one on the stream tonight to show it off.
It is a shame. I wish we thought of that. That
Don
would have been
Chandler
great.
has just joined our Facebook group today, the podcast listeners, that is. So welcome, Don. Now, talking of the Facebook group for our podcast listeners,
Right.
I wanted to show you a couple of
Oh,
pictures,
no.
but Jamie has neglected to upload them. So I'm going to have to show this to you on the camera. This is from Simon Allen, who posted a couple of pictures. Firstly, this one. Can you recognise this fellow?
What a handsome beast.
That's me as Victor Bergman, which I think is quite scary.
Utterly terrifying, Richard.
Strangely, I look a little bit like my dad there. Had quite a similar hairline. But even more scarily is he also did this one just for Jamie.
Oh,
Because we know what
look
a
at
fan
that.
he is of a certain Supermarination character. And there he is, Jamie 90. There we are.
It's particularly grim with a little tash, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
If you ever wonder what I'd look like as a little spoilt brat with a blonde head of hair rather than a spoilt brat with no hair,
That's right.
then now you
Yes.
know.
Danny Moy says, is that a Star Trek Federation phone cover? It might be.
Oh,
Might be.
it.
Just saying.
We're not crossing out of this
No.
universe.
Richter Bergman, says AC.
Oh,
It's all right,
nice.
isn't it? That
nice.
Jamie one is scary, says Jen.
I quite
Disturbing,
agree.
says James.
Should never be shown again. Now, I meant to include some more stuff, but I've
Okay,
forgotten.
great.
I don't know if anybody saw this. Does anybody know who I mean if I say Adam Savage?
Adam Savage.
Adam Savage, he's Mythbusters, etc.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well-known fan of all things sci-fi.
Okay.
Anyway, I was sent a lovely Twitter thread, care of friend of the podcast, Phil Plate,
Oh, yes.
who's a science communicator, science advisor.
Rodentiophile.
No, that's Kevin Grace.
Oh, sorry.
No, but Phil Plate does have goats.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So Phil sent me this and said,
Are
"I
they
thought
rodents?
goats, rodents, get out." He sent me this and said, "I hope you enjoy this." Now, lovely lady called Sasha Judd.
Yeah.
If you want to follow Sasha, she's at Szechuan
Oh, yeah.
on Twitter, SZECHUAN, Szechuan.
Oh, yeah.
And she tweeted, "A few months ago, my friend Adam asked me to cosplay with him at New York Comic Con. I'd never cosplayed before in my life, but I thought if I was ever going to try it, this would have been an amazing opportunity." Friends weighed in with costume ideas, some easier to pull off than others, but for me, there was only one real option. My very first feminist role models from childhood, the Angel Interceptor pilots from Captain Scarlet.
Yay.
Anyway, there's a fantastic thread all about how she created her very, very first cosplay, making all sorts of elements, getting the details right, the material, making the epaulets. Here's a little image of the Angel Interceptor helmet that she created.
Yeah, lovely.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Anyway, the final look, she just nailed it. She did a fantastic job. And in fact, there's a bit of video footage of her with her flashing epaulets. So Sasha, SIG.
Yeah. Very good.
Sasha is great.
Yes, that'll work. Nice.
So yeah, do go and check out that thread. It's brilliant. And if
Yeah.
any of you have kind of thought, "Oh, I haven't done cosplay before. I'm not sure I want to," that is the source of fantastic inspiration. I think she did an
Yeah.
amazing job. So thank you, Adam Savage, for suggesting she did it.
Yeah.
And for going along with her. And there's
Yeah.
a great picture
Yeah.
of Adam and Sasha there. Obviously, that's Adam not dressed as the angel.
Yeah.
In case you weren't 100% clear. But she got recognised.
Yes.
The minute she left the hotel, she was recognised. Gerry Anderson, man, no one remembers Captain Scarlet anymore.
Yes.
Well, they obviously do, Sasha.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
thank you.
Yeah, it's a great thread, actually. Do find it on Twitter. I retweeted it. I'm sure you did as well,
I
Jamie.
did, yeah.
It's
At
really...
Szechuan.
Yeah, it's really worth a read. And there is a particular quote that I pulled out where something like, you'll always find someone who gets excited about the same stuff as you, or something
Absolutely.
like that, which I found quite inspiring, really.
Exactly.
There's always someone out there.
Well, there's people right here.
Yeah, indeed so. Gap Stargate was asking, will Space 1999 ever come back to TV?
It's already been on TV for ages. Oh, you mean the original series or a new series?
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't really specify.
Original series has been on for ages on Forces TV. It's about to start on the Horror Channel.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And obviously there's the brand new audio drama reimagining from Big Finish.
Yeah.
Space 1999 Breakaway is out. Rave reviews. Brilliant. Awesome.
Yeah.
So go and listen to that. That's it. There we go. So Gap Stargate, thank you. Loving this broadcast. Thank
Great.
you. Is the jumper knitted or a print, says Stephen Heath. Well, this jumper here...
That Katie also likes, I saw.
It's knitted.
Yes, it is.
It's woven acrylic.
Yeah.
It's very comfy and very warm.
It's lovely and toasty.
Richard said he's a bit too toasty, in fact.
Well, yeah.
So it'd be perfect.
because I'm hot stuff.
Mark Banfield, yes, you have made it back to the live stream. This is live. It is 9 minutes past 8.
Is it?
In the UK on Monday, the whatever date we are.
7th of October.
Yeah, that date.
Yeah.
And
What's that for? Oh, of
I was
course.
just looking for this sign to hold up.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
It's because people keep asking.
People
That's
keep
the only reason
asking.
why, even now, people are joining us and asking. So there you go. Bring Space 1999 back in the same theme as the new Thunderbirds animation, says Nick McCarthy. An animated Space 1999. I could see that. But would you go new characters, or would you have Koenig? Obviously, we can't have Martin Landau. So what would we do about that?
Too right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, these things are talked about all the time.
Yeah.
They're incredibly difficult to pull off. So,
But here's the thing about Gerry Anderson's stuff, isn't it?
Michael Horgan, no. It is not available in children's sizes. I'm afraid, due to licensing with ITV, we are not allowed to produce children's sizes of classic Thunderbirds products.
Isn't that odd? But there we are.
It's because of a deal
Yeah.
with Weta and various other things that we're not allowed to. So no, I'm afraid not. It's adult sizes only, small through to 4XL.
Yeah. What are your Twitter accounts, says Hanifi or Hanifi Din? I'm Jamie Anderson. I am Jamie Anderson. Richard N for Neinstein. James. Easy as that.
And they probably won't get the
No.
Einstein reference.
Oh, sure.
Terrorhawks 1010. Anyway,
But I was saying, that's the thing about Gerry Anderson series, isn't it? That we can imagine them in all sorts of different formats. Take Space 1999. That could absolutely work. Animated, CG, obviously live action, Super Mario Nation.
any good idea.
Audio, certainly.
Any good idea can work well in a number
Yes.
of formats, I think.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Captain Scarlet, we often talk about, live action, wouldn't that be great? But of course, we've had the CGI, new Captain Scarlet, we've had the Super Mario Nation. Absolutely. If it's a good idea, you're right, it'll fly, won't it? Whatever.
yeah,
Good.
that must be it for viewer emails.
Yes,
I
if
feel
you-
like we've been doing it for 3 hours.
Yes, we have. Can you mention the big giveaway, says Danny Moy?
Well, the big giveaway is over, Danny Moy, but
Oh,
there
yeah,
was
let's
a big
say who won
giveaway.
it.
Rebecca Andrews was our winner of the massive prize package.
Yeah.
Rebecca, I'm in fact waiting for a delivery of the final items for your prize, which should be arriving tomorrow.
Fantastic. Great.
There are also 10 runners-up, which I haven't had time to select yet.
Yeah.
But the 10 runners-up will be getting gift cards with the value between £5 and £100 to spend in the Gerry Anderson store. And perhaps you could spend it on this fantastic Thunderbirds Christmas jumper, which we've been going on and on about incessantly.
Great. Now, if you would like to send us an email for next time, because I guess we'll be back in November. I think we arranged the date, didn't we, earlier? What did we say? 7th? 2nd? No, that's December.
Don't say dates.
No,
randomly,
you
Richard,
have
you'll
a look.
confuse us.
Yeah, do send your emails in to fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. We love to see the pictures of stuff you've been making, stuff you've been drawing, stuff you've been wearing. Let's see your cosplay. Let's see your thoughts about anything Gerry Anderson related. What's your favourite series? Do you have any memories of meeting Gerry himself? Did you work on any of the shows? Have you met any of the stars? Do let us know. fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. And Andrew Clement says, chaps, can you please mention the Gerry Anderson World Cup?
Any moment now.
Great.
Next Fab Lives will be the 4th of November and the 2nd of December, with the 2nd of December hopefully being a very special Christmas edition where we will both maybe be in Christmas jumpers.
Oh,
Possibly.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I won't say that. Go on.
No, don't say anything.
No.
Were you going to say the secret stuff?
No, I
no,
won't say
no,
the
no.
secret stuff.
Okay, let's leave that for another time.
Yeah.
The giveaway cost £1,000, about $1,000. Well, it depends
Pretty
on the
much.
day, but it's about $1,200. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Anyway, the Gerry Anderson World Cup.
Yes.
AC, thank you. Yes, it's going on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
In a very complicated fashion, AC and I were trying to organise it over the weekend, and two people who don't know much about football trying to organise a World Cup is a disaster waiting to happen. But thankfully, AC is on it. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
So right now we're having daily first sort of knockout rounds of 3 Gerry Anderson shows each. So today's is Thunderbirds, Supercar, and Space Police. There are 8 groups of 3, which will happen over 8 days. After that, the winners and runners-up from each group will play each other one-on-one to determine the winner. The winners of those will go through to the quarterfinals, the winners of those will go to the semi-finals, and the winners of those will go to the finals. And we will eventually decide
that Space Precinct is the winner.
That Space Precinct is the absolute winner.
That's
yes,
right,
no rigging here. No, so if you'd like to vote for that, just search hashtag GA World Cup on Twitter, and you can get involved by voting. And don't say,
what about Joe 90?
Where's my favourite show?
Yeah.
It will come, or you may have missed it.
Yeah.
So pay attention.
Yeah.
But just for each 3, pick your favourite. It doesn't have to be your favourite ever. You'll eventually get to vote for the winning one in the final round.
Vote Torchy, says Steve Bushell. I think you might be in the minority there, but you never know.
Yeah. Get out, Steve Bushell.
Jen Whitby says, Fab Live in December. Will it be a Christmas edition again?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Chris Dale, can you make it to... I can't even say
Can't
where
even
it
say
is.
where. I have to talk to him off air.
Chris, we're going to send you a thing about a secret location. Yeah.
Gerry Anderson was taken aback when I first met him in the early 90s when I said to him, I've finally met God, says Steve Kite, I think that might be. I think that would take you aback a bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd quite like it, but I can imagine Gerry not so much.
No, it'd be less enthused. Nick Y. Jamie, the Great Model Railway Challenge on Friday night on Channel 5 might feature a few GA models. I saw a TB1 in the trailer.
Yeah.
As the theme is something like Out of This World.
Right.
I think I may have heard a rumour of that. So there you go. If you're in the UK and you want to watch Channel 5 on Friday night, sadly, I will be on a flight.
Oh,
so I can't.
get you.
Yeah, I know. Very cool.
Aidan says, you must have forgotten to answer my questions. Okay, Aidan, didn't see. I mean, we see an awful lot here, so yes, we may well have done, but forgive us. What is Fortnite to have a Thunderbirds event with the International Rescue Challenges? That's Aidan's question. So there, I've just read it out. I have no idea
Fortnite, Richard?
what he means. No,
that's because you're not cool and down with the kids.
No, Darkness L 1989 has just pre-ordered the Christmas jumper and can't wait for it.
I can't wait either.
There we are.
And Jen Whitby is suggesting we meet up at Thunderbirds Hotel when it's finished in Slough.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Roger Gordon, that makes Jamie the son of God. It absolutely does not, Roger. Let's not do that. Anyway, look, shall we stop doing this and let's play a game?
Oh, let's play a game.
Lighten the mood a bit.
Why, was it all getting a bit dark?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
let's lighten it even further.
Yes, all right. What do you want to play?
Blankety blank?
Let's play Blankety Blank.
It's blankety blank.
Appearing tonight on Virgil Tracy, Destiny Angel, Officer Orange, Atlanta Shore, Captain Scarlet, and Dr. Venus. And here are your hosts, Richard James and Jamie Anderson.
Now, Keith Allen Baker there says he'll be voting for Captain Scarlet. Already he's made up his mind in the Gerry Anderson World Cup over on Twitter. Says it's the 3rd best TV show ever made. So what do we think are his first and second?
Space Precinct to Thunderbirds.
Okay,
obviously.
fine, great. So here we are.
What happened to Richard's new game?
The new game? Oh, does it mean super magnification?
Don't worry, that'll be coming up as close to the end as we can squeeze it, possibly after the end.
So it seems like we've got quite a run of games coming up now because we've got to squeeze them all in, haven't we?
Yeah, it's game, all the way.
All right. Are the prizes terrible? Yes, they are, Darth Me. There are no prizes.
No.
Just your own sense of superiority and self-worth.
Yeah.
We're going to play Blankety Blank now. Fans of the show from the 70s, 80s and 90s will know that I am going to give you a quote or phrase from a Gerry Anderson series, and it's up to you to fill in the missing words, fill in the blanks, and if you could tell me what show it's from and even who said it, then that would be delightful. I don't feel camp at all wearing this. Now, so here's your first one.
You carry it off beautifully.
Thank you very much. So here we are, look. Here's your first blankety blank. The older you get, the more blank life becomes. The older you get, the more blank life becomes. Keith Allen Baker says, well, plainly his first 2 favourite shows are Doctor Who and The Avengers.
Fair enough.
Yeah. The older you get, the more blank life becomes. Bizarre, says Keith Roberts.
The tinsel suits Richard very well, says Hugh Morn. Hugh, you're right.
Yes, precious, difficult, balding. The older you get, the more balding life becomes. What can he mean?
I don't know.
Confusing, says Lauren. Bleak, says Emma Thick. Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. Have we opened a bit of a
This is all
wound?
getting a bit dark.
Precious from UFO, says James Beach. Strange, says Simon White.
Orin, somebody said.
Well, shall I put them out of their misery? Frustrating, precious.
Please,
yeah,
please
very
put
good.
them out of their misery.
Chris Dale says it's Precious, Straker, UFO, Subsmash. And he's right.
Although that looks like Beaker down there.
What, there?
That was in
Yeah.
in Supercar.
I know, I started writing Precious and then scribbled it out
that's
and
why it
wrote
looks
Straker
weird, yeah.
to remind me.
Harder, Officer Orange Space Precinct, suggested Ross Patterson. I'm afraid you were incorrect,
Ah,
Ross.
yes, you were, but thank you for the guess. Do I have to keep wearing this?
No, it's all right. Get rid of it. You seem to quite enjoy it, though.
It's too slippery. Right. Now, before we get to the hardest blankety blank I've ever set, here's another one for you. Not the answer.
It would be much harder if they had to guess the surrounding words.
This one's especially for AC.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I might divide opinion here, but I'm giving you this one. Haven't you got blank to do or something? Haven't you got blank to do or something? Who said that? And which Gerry Anderson inspired thing is it from? I didn't know that one, says Stuart. Well, maybe you'll know this one. Haven't you got blank to do or what? Better things, says Steve. Anything better to do? Homework, says Emma Thick. Work, says Keith. Yeah, haven't you got work to do or something?
A job.
Paperwork. Job.
These are all
Homework,
good
yeah.
suggestions.
Have you got shopping to do or something, Jack Williams? Anything to do or something? World Cups to do? Homework. Virgil. Thunderbirds. Yes, 2004 movies is AC.
Well done, AC.
You're right.
Yeah. Of
That's
course, AC knows it.
Especially for you, AC, who's a big fan of the Thunderbirds movie in 2004, of course. Not strictly a Gerry Anderson production, but as we very often say, whatever floats your boat and whatever brings you here is all fine by us.
Absolutely. Is that our tagline now?
Whatever floats your boat, whatever brings you here.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're on
And
it.
finally, this is the most difficult, and I mean seriously difficult, blankety blank I've ever set. And if anyone can get this, I'm going to make this announcement now. If someone gets this and I pick their name, the first person to get it will receive your soon-to-be drawn pictures from Fab or Fib,
Okay,
Jamie.
fine. But if nobody gets it, then
Exactly.
we'll have to give them away another way.
Yes. Your blank is hardly a logical indication of subterfuge. Okay, what's the missing word and what's it from? Your blank is hardly a logical indication of subterfuge. Who said it? What's it from? Theory? Pineapple, says Emma. Your pineapple is hardly a logical indication of subterfuge. Sarcasm, says Keith. Hi, Jamie. It's Dave Clayton.
Hi, Dave Clayton. I'm doing Dave's podcast in a
Excellent.
bit. He's an Adobe ambassador, I think. Is that right,
Excellent.
Dave? Yeah, very designy, clevery, smart.
Oh,
person.
lovely.
I don't know why he wants to speak to me.
No. Wookie Mark says, I would like to think we're all Gerry Anderson inspired. How right you are. Nose says, who said nose there? So, intelligence, thinking your nose is hardly a logical indication of subterfuge, says Sam Oil.
Or is that Ollie?
Sam Ollie.
You can't just make up people's names.
Sam Ollie, if you could tell me who said that and from what, then you're going to win Jamie's soon-to-be drawn pictures.
I'm so sorry in
from Fab or
advance
Fib.
if you
Sam
win.
Ollie, you've got it right. It is in fact nose. But can you now tell me who said it and what is it from? And I will also eat my hat if Sam Ollie gets it right.
Where's your hat?
Because it is in fact nose, and I'm being very careful not to show. Space Police. Space Police pilot Sam Ollie, yes. And who said it? Come on now. We're on a bit of a gap, a delay here of 11 or 12 seconds. So I'm just waiting to see if Sam Ollie, so far, who's got Space Police pilot and the word being nose. But who said it? Orin, says Sol. Nose, says Stuart. Yes, we've got that. Still waiting. It's not Space 1999.
We'll count it down. 5,
4, 3, 2,
1. Yes, he's there.
Where?
Top.
Saying
Slow-mo.
slow-mo. Well done. It was indeed from the Space Police pilot. The word was nose, and it was slow-mo.
So, Sam Ollie, you're going to win whatever rubbish I draw in the next game.
Yeah, now listen carefully, Sam, because I'm going to personally post you Jamie's pictures. So you need to tell me your address. Do not write it in these comments.
No, but email us fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk.
Yeah.
Sam, and whatever nonsense I draw next,
Yeah.
we all win, and I apologise in advance. And if you don't want it, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, yes.
It will be completely understandable.
Well done, Sam Ollie. There we go. That was fun. And that's this month's Blankety Blank.
Thank goodness for that.
Diddle-doo.
Diddle-doo, diddle-doo.
Great.
Diddle-doo.
Done.
I was starting to do the good life then by mistake.
I love the good life.
Anyway, right, should we play another game?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, the next game this evening... Actually, should we...
What? Go on.
Would you want to play your game? And then we'll play the Fab or Fib one?
My game? Super Magnification?
Yeah.
Well, it's not my game, it's our game, isn't
Okay,
it?
well,
I mean, Fab or Fib's my game
Should we
as
play
well.
Super Magnification first?
Yes, let's have Super Magnification.
Here is, hopefully, some sort of Super Magnification. Oh no, which is the...
Oh, come on, Jamie.
Here's the title card,
Great.
possibly.
Yeah.
Not sure that required your sound effects as well,
Of
Richard.
course it did. That was lovely.
Super Magnification is the name of the game.
Emma Nichols says, no Fab or Fib.
We're doing Fab or Fib in a minute. We're doing Fab or Fib. Yep. Donnie Pearson, enjoy your lunch. What are you having? Let us know.
yeah.
In Greater Seattle.
The nation holds its breath. I think that was it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So, Super Magnification. Richard has chosen a random still publicity image frame or whatever
Yes.
from a Gerry Anderson show
Yes.
from the last 60 years.
Yes.
He zoomed in
Yeah.
to a point where you can't really see what the image is anymore.
Hooray!
And you have to guess what it's from, right?
Yeah.
So are they just guessing the show?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the character.
Character in the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I have to say, we've had the most difficult ever blankety blank. We're now about to have the scariest ever super magnification. So if you are of a nervous disposition, look away now.
Yeah, it's quite frightening. So here's the image. Oh! What is that?
Okay, so anything could happen in the next half hour, says Milo. Well, a lot has happened tonight already, to be honest.
Yeah.
When is the new show coming out? Watching from the USA, says Princess Star. Probably Firestorm. We'll talk about that in a moment. More like a couple of minutes, says Milo. Torchy, says Jen Whitby. Do you think, Jen? Do you think that's Torchy?
I need a break for that.
From Twizzle, says Steve.
Sam Oil or Sam Ollie wants the email address again. Sam, it is fablive@gerryanderson.co.uk. FABLIVE @GERRYANDERSON.co.uk.
Yeah, Ross Patterson says it looks like a baby elephant from Supercar. I said nose, says TTT. Yeah, well, fair enough. Tex Tucker's dog, when he looks in a mirror, could be Four Feather Falls, says Lauren J. Gradwell. Well, possibly. Dave the Scary Brick Monster, obviously, says Don.
Jay McCracken says it looks like a sea devil.
It does look like a sea devil, doesn't it?
Do you think so?
Jamie.
Thank you for my
That's very,
that
very good.
acting there, acting.
Andrew Clements, that Scottish thing from Torchy.
That Scottish... Oh, the money box thing.
Is it? Ah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Gap Stargate.
So, oh, gosh.
Well, shall I leave?
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Dog picture, says Sol. E.T. phone home, says Steve. Okay, should we put them out of their misery?
I mean, everyone is feeling miserable looking at this thing. Ross Patterson, what's happening? Well, Ross, we're looking at a close-up of something.
Yes.
I'm doing Sea Devil impressions. Richard's drinking wine. It's all gone to pot. So here is the reveal of Super Magnification.
Oh, there. As Stuart James Lusher quite correctly says, it's Dusty the dog from Four Feather Falls.
Looking through a bottle of gin, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but...
Yeah. Picture's frozen, says Ross.
No, it was just a still, Ross.
Yeah, that's all right.
It was
keep
a
up,
still,
keep
that
up.
was,
Big thanks to Chris Dale, who forwarded me that picture during the week. So you
Thanks,
only have
Chris,
him to blame, not me.
Frightening us with that
That's
horrible
right.
thing.
Exactly. So yes, well done. There we are. That's Super Magnification for another month.
Wookie Mart's having cauliflower au gratin with mustard sauce.
Oh, cauliflower au gratin with mustard sauce. That does sound lovely, doesn't it?
Hugh Morn thought it was horrifying. Not the cauliflower au gratin.
No, which sounds delicious.
But Dusty the dog.
yeah. Cap Scargate's really quite enjoying the show tonight. I think.
I'm really glad to see that, yeah. We're very happy to provide you with entertainment, whatever else.
Sam says, I've sent my address.
Thanks, Sam. Congratulations on winning whatever rubbish I end up drawing in Fab or Fib.
Yes, which is coming up now, isn't it?
Should we do Fab or Fib now?
Do we have something else to talk about? I want to address Firestorm. Someone was asking about when is the show coming out.
Yes.
Jamie's going to give me a drawing, says Sam.
I'm going to give you 5 drawings, Sam. I'm so sorry.
I would wait, before you get too excited.
Yeah.
Firestorm is rolling on, isn't it? And I was talking to Jamie about this earlier when we met for a coffee before the show. I'm going to call it a show. Because in our world, time moves at its fairly quick pace, doesn't it? And 3 months goes by, and 6 months goes by, and a year goes by, and you think, well, what's happening with Firestorm? It's been 6 months, it's been a year, it's been 9 months. What's happening? Surely it's been made by now. But that's our timeline as mere puny humans, Jamie. That's how we experience time, isn't it? But if you imagine time now on a universal scale, an eternal scale of time that's just never ending, then that is production time.
That is production time, you're right.
And very little happens in 6 months or even a year. Things do happening and things are happening, but very little happens in our puny little lifetime scales. You have to think universal and almost eternal.
I mean, that's quite extreme. But yeah, it's we get the question, what's the latest with Firestorm? There's a minute we can say something, we will, but you'd be amazed once you get several parties involved and several companies how long negotiations, contracts, etc. can be drawn out. It's incredibly painful.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes. And actually, if we were to say too much, it could put a lot of things in jeopardy.
Yeah, that's the other problem, unfortunately. So, aspiring scriptwriters who want to write for Firestorm, I'm afraid our writing team is fully formed and
yes,
pretty much contracted.
Yes. But Chris Dale thinks I'm auditioning for the Doctor again.
He always is. Universal, eternal.
All right. That's more like Brian Cox, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry, it was.
There you go.
Good.
Someone said Brian Cox there.
Yeah.
Solved, yeah.
Anyway, there you go. There's your sort of answer.
Yeah.
I just wish we could say it more, but we can't. But there's all sorts of goodies and stuff going on.
Yeah. Great.
Should we play Four for the Falls?
Let's play Four Feather Falls, which is a brand new item.
Which we're just going to invent. No, let's play Fab or Fib.
Come on, then let's play it, yeah.
Then here's the opening titles, possibly.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for
Fab or Fib.
There you go. Thank you, Mark Simpson Wedge, for that opening title sequence, which very nicely explains the game to the point where we don't have to say anything about it. Let's just begin.
That's right.
No,
exactly.
Fab or Fib? Shall I do my explanation?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. So Richard is going to give you 5.
Sorry, I'm just picking up my glass.
Richard's going to have a glug on his booze, and then he's going to give you 5 facts from the Gerry Anderson universe.
That's right.
Now, the only problem is that only one of those facts is fab.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
All the others are incorrect or fibs in the case of this game.
Yes, that's right.
So that's why it's fab or fib. So you at home there, sitting wherever you are or looking at your phone or whatever you're doing.
At work.
You've got 4 fibs and 1 fab you can spend.
Yes.
When you hear Richard give his fact, you have to decide there and then if it's a fab or a fib. You've got 4 fibs to use, but only 1 fab. So if you say that fact 1 is fab, that's it. Your fabs are gone.
Wow. I mean, that's the most succinct
No, it's
description of the segment I've ever heard.
Well, there you go. So you've only got 1 chance to say fab. Everything else is fib. If you spend 4 fibs and you get to fact 5, then you're automatically saying that one is fab.
Yeah.
Now, Sam is going to win the drawings that I do along with Richard's clue giving. Unfortunately, we're slightly limited in the pen department this evening, and so I've only got red and blue to play with.
Quite a limited palette, I think, there.
And Richard has forewarned me that these are very difficult to draw, so apologies in advance.
Yes. Yes.
Right. There you go. That's the game. Everyone clear?
Right. So here
clear
we go.
as mud.
Here are your. Now, someone was asking their laptop. They had a few issues during super magnification and wanted to know again what it was. It was Dusty the dog from Four Feather Falls. There we are. So, fab or fib? Here are your 5 facts. Fact number 1. Super Mario Nation voice actor David Healy was a devoted amateur polo player, as were his wife and 2 sons. In fact, Mrs. Healy was the manager of Ham Polo Club in London, where the David Healy Trophy is still played for in his memory. Is that true or false? Is it fab or fib? Remember, if you spend your fab early, then everything else must be a fib. Super Mario Nation voice actor David Healy, well, he played, I think, Shane Weston in Joe 90 and various parts in Captain Scarlet, and I think he pops up in Space Precinct as well. was a devoted amateur polo player, as were his wife and 2 sons. In fact, Mrs. Healy was the manager of Ham Polo Club in London, where the David Healy Trophy is still played for in his memory. Fab or fib? Lots of fibs there from Neil, from Graham, from Gary, from Emma. Milo says 42. Sol says, what? The Sodor Engines say fib. Fib says Stuart. Fib says Scott. Don't know what's more fun, the fibs or the drawing. Yes, quite. Fib says Katie. Fib says Ross. Roger says fib. An awful lot of fibs. Ross Patterson says, oh, just in time for Fab or fib. Welcome, Ross. Nice to have you along. Fib says Michael Horgan. Fib says Emma Thick. So lots of people think that David Healy, the famous Super Nation voice actor, was not a devoted polo player. Except Shirley, who says Fab. Come on then, Jamie, let's see it. Talk us through it.
So what we've got here is the David Healy Trophy, which is 2 crossed polo mallets on a lovely mount. But to indicate the Super Nation connection, it's a puppet controller with wires down to the polo mallets.
I mean, that's going some. Very good. Well done.
That's number 1.
Happy now, Sam, Ollie.
No, he's trying to retract his answer.
A few more fabs and fibs there. Very good. It's the answer to everything, says Milo. Yes, indeed. 42. Fab, says David. Fib, says Robert Monk. Okay, if you've spent your fab, then that means all the rest must be fibs. So let's see.
Must be.
You'll realise as we go along, there's a bit of a theme here. UFO's Aisha Bruff was a keen swimmer. In fact, in 1978, she was awarded with a Highgate Ponds Lifesaver Medal for saving a dog from drowning in the water.
Why are you doing this to me?
True or false? Fab or fib? Only 4 people online watching, but you mentioned lots of people replying, says Mark. Yes, that's on Twitch. We've got over 150 watching us elsewhere on Facebook and YouTube, and people will be catching up, no doubt, throughout the week, because I know thousands of people ultimately end up watching these, don't they?
I know, unbelievably.
5, 8, 10,000 people over the month, which is lovely. Fib says Neil. Fib says Stuart. Fib says Keith Roberts. Neil says, said Neil. No. Number 1, fab. So 2 to 5 are fibs. Okay. Fib says Graham. Fib says Lauren. So was Aisha Bruff a keen swimmer and in 1978 awarded the Highgate Ponds Lifesaver Medal for saving a dog from drowning in the water? Is that fab or fib?
What was the location of the drowning, sorry?
Highgate Ponds.
I mean, does it
matter? You're going to be that specific, are you? Fib says Whirly2304S. Poor Jamie. Yes, I know. We do put him through it. Fib says Mark. Fib says Keith. Fib says Emma. Fib says Gap Stargate. I said 2 fab beforehand, said Rob. So you're saying this was fab.
True. Yeah. I mean, he didn't give me much to go on here, so that is just quite simply Aisha in a pond with a dog under her arm.
Yeah.
And I've only got 2 colours.
Yes.
So there's...
Well, one of them was blue at least.
Yeah, lucky that you gave me some blue there. So there's
right.
sort of Aisha there.
Laura Stanley's saying, I'm saying number 1 is fib 2. Okay. Right, let's move on to fact number 3 then. Remember, if you spent your fab, this must be a fib as well. The Protector's Robert Vaughan. Yes?
Yes.
Heard of him?
Yes.
You know the Protectors?
I've been watching Chris Dale's Primer, so I'm very well aware of the Protectors
well,
now, thank you.
During the Primer, did Chris Dale mention that Robert Vaughan is the only Anderson actor to have returned an award? He was awarded a Purple Heart for his service in the Vietnam War, but returned it for reasons of conscience. Is that fab or fib? So you may have noticed all these facts. Yes, Gary, I do need to buy some felt tips next time. All these facts involve the giving or awarding of prizes or awards. So, the Protector's Robert Vaughan. Was he the only Anderson actor to have returned an award? Was he awarded a Purple Heart for his service in Vietnam, but returned it for reasons of conscience? Fab or fib? Fib says Morty Vicker. 3 is fab, says Keith. Okay. Fab says Robert Hill. Fib says Shirley. Fib says Stuart. Fib says Stuart VS3011.
Catchy name there,
yes,
Stuart.
Jack Williams says fib. AC thinks that's a fab. Sounds a bit fib to me, says Steve. Fab says Emma Nichols. Fib says TC Freer. Murray Mackay says fab. Well, difference of opinion here. Graham says fib. Robert Monk, fib. Good luck with your driving test on Monday. Fib says Laura. I doubt Robert Vaughan was in the Vietnam War, given how popular an actor he was in the 1960s. Fib, I'd say. Well, okay. That might be a factor, I don't know. What do we think? Fib or fab? Out of my memory, fib, says Hugh. Fab, says Jay. Okay. Come on, then. What?
I've gone with the silhouette
like
from
it.
the Protectors. where he's returning and holding out the medal, and obviously the returners, but I put medal in there for
Great.
clarity. And I know Robert Vaughan wasn't the silhouette thing in the Protectors,
yeah,
but it was easier to do anyway.
Yeah, that's nice.
You get the idea.
That's very good. Well done. Great. Okay, fact number 4. Thunderbird's Jeremy Wilkin, voice of Virgil Tracy, was awarded the Prix Médecin, or the Medicine Prize, I suppose, from the University of Toronto. Before becoming an actor, he practiced as a doctor, specialising in the development of ultrasound in diagnosis and surgery. Off you go. Fab or fib?
What am I supposed to do with that?
Thunderbird's Jeremy Wilkin, voice of Virgil Tracy, was awarded the Prix Médecin from the University of Toronto because before becoming an actor, he practiced as a doctor, specialising in the development of ultrasound in diagnosis and surgery. Bye, says Milo. Fair enough. Fib says Mark Simpson Wedge. Fib says Lauren. Fib says Murray. Okay, Fib says Shirley. Bit sure of yourself, aren't we? Fib says Nick McCarty. And they're all on Facebook, look. Here we go. Okay. Got on live now in Market Drayton. Someone's in Market Drayton. Fine, okay. Fib says Stuart. Fib says Steve. I'm going for a fab, says Ross Patterson. Can I change my mind? Says someone. No. Fib, I guess, says Laura. Steve Martin's joined us and says fab. Big fan of your work, Steve. Fib says Gerry Hodgkinson. Virgil's in the background, so fab. Yes. There he is. Fib says Emma Thick. Steve Bushell's saying, well, everything has been fib so far, so number 5 must be fab. Well, we will see. But was Thunderbird's Jeremy Wilkin awarded the Prix Médecin from the University of Toronto?
I mean, what am I supposed to do for that?
Let's see it. What on earth is that?
That is an ultrasound machine with Virgil's hat
That's very good.
on it.
That's very nice.
Like he's
hung it up.
He's taken a break from international rescue
Yeah.
to do some work on an ultrasound machine, possibly doing, I don't know.
Yeah, AC said, it wouldn't surprise me. Jeremy was literally the most interesting man I've ever met, and he's met me. Could talk about anything like that for hours. So, who knows?
It was a fascinating chat.
Yeah,
so.
great. Right, so that means then, if so far you think everything has been a fib, this then must be fab. Gerry Anderson himself was awarded the Henson Prize for his work with puppets, but was too busy filming Terrorhawks to attend the ceremony. When Jim Henson found out he was to be working with actors, or had worked with actors, there'd be a Space 1999 and so on, I suppose, instead of marionettes, he scratched out the word puppet from the award and replaced it with the word dummies. Bit of a slight on...
Just a bit.
Yes.
Thanks.
On Helena Russell, on Barbara Bain, and crikey, I've gone about Martin Landau, wasn't it? Gerry Anderson himself was awarded the Henson Prize for his work with puppets, but was too busy filming Terrorhawks to attend the ceremony. When Jim Henson found out that he'd been working with actors on the likes of Space 1999 instead of marionettes, he scratched the word puppet from the award and replaced it with the word dummies. Fab or fib? I'm using my final fib, says Ross. I doubt Jamie's dad would have missed an award ceremony. I mean,
I don't know. He went to a couple of award ceremonies and left the awards at the award ceremony, so possibly.
Fab says Doug Morris. Fab says Jonathan Westall. Fib with knobs on, says Simpsons Clips 24. 4 was fab, says Darth Me. Was it Darth? Okay. Trevor Random over on YouTube thinks it's fib. Got to go fab on 5, so Poss got it wrong again. Lol. Oh, got to go fab on 5, so you possibly got it wrong, Gary. Well, we shall see. Fib, fib, fab, fib, fib, says Keith. So you think number 3 is fab. Fab, says TC Freer. Think Richard has had a bit too much wine, says Stuart.
You could be right, Stuart.
I think Richard has.
And cake. We've had a lot of cake while you weren't watching.
That's true.
I mean, I've just given up on this one slightly, I'm afraid.
Okay,
So,
let's have a look. Sam Ollie, I mean, all I can do is apologise.
Yeah, sorry, Sam. So in the foreground is a skip containing the award, which Jim has dumped there, and then in the background is a disapproving Jim Henson.
Great. Very good. Well, we appreciate that. Round of applause for Jamie, I think.
If in the future, Richard, you wouldn't mind choosing fabs and fibs that I can actually draw.
Oh, all right.
That'd be really
Where would be the fun in that?
nice.
Where's the fun in that? Right, so let's eliminate these and get down to the one fact that is actually true. So, well, let's go with the obvious, shall we? Gerry Anderson, as far as I know, was never awarded the Henson Prize, and so never had the word puppets, marionette scribbled out and replaced with the word dummies.
Nope.
Jeremy Wilkin, fascinating man though he undoubtedly was, and he was a doctor prior to becoming an actor, was never awarded the Prix Médecin for his work in ultrasound. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. The Protector's Robert Vaughan. did not, as far as I know, serve in Vietnam. I think someone mentioned that he was probably filming Man from U.N.C.L.E. at the time.
Yep.
So yes, was never awarded a Purple Heart.
So it's either then David Healy,
yes,
or Aisha Bruff.
That's right. So it's either David Healy playing polo, or it's Aisha Bruff swimming in Highgate Ponds. So which of those is fab or fib, do you think? Well, have you got any idea, Jamie?
I really wanted to be Aisha saving a drowning puppy.
It's not Aisha Bruff
Oh, what?
saving a puppy in
So it's
1978.
that.
So in fact, the true fab fact is Super Mario Nation voice actor David Healy was indeed a devoted polo player. And there is indeed a cup named the David Healy Trophy, which is still played for at Ham Polo Club in London in his memory.
I can hardly believe it.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
A ham polo club is quite appropriate for an actor, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I'd probably like to have a trophy named after me with the word ham in it somewhere.
Yeah.
The Ham Trophy. Richard James Ham acting trophy.
That is good research.
So-
Richard. I forgive you for giving me difficult
Yes.
facts because that was quite interesting.
Thank you very much, everyone. Robert Monk says, boo-hoo, wrong again. Yay, says glow-in-the-dark funeral director, which is a fantastic image. Yes, all correct, says Nick Y. Yes, says Jack Williams. Who knew, says Stuart. Well, Stuart, I knew. Well, if Jamie's preoccupied, says Sam. Don't know what he means by that. Maybe he's going to follow that up in a moment. Yes, there we are. And Sam, of course, is going to get all those pictures signed by Jamie in the post.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, and there we
Oh,
are.
I'll sign them, yeah. I'll do that now while you're padding with
Okay,
something, Richard.
dang, got it wrong again, says Sodor Engines. If only I was posh, I would have known, says Jay. Really? I got it wrong again, and my mother gets it right again, says Emma Nichols. Well, Emma, you should always listen to your mother. We know that one. But Shirley got it right. Is the Christmas top a sweater or a jumper, please, says Derek Morgan. What's the difference there?
I don't know. It's a jumper, though.
It's a jumper.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a jumper. There we are. Derek, and it's available at the Gerry Anderson store, of course, to pre-order.
You've got a sign right there.
Oh, right, okay, I'll hold that up. Just a quick one before you go, guys. Any chance of a Secret Service Blu-ray from Network? That's from Simon Wood.
I suspect that'll be pretty low down on the list.
Yeah, okay.
As I know Stingray's next on it. I don't know how far along they are with work on that, but
Yeah.
it won't be out for a while. So yeah.
Paul Kelly says, any news on Firestorm? We covered that about 15 minutes or so ago, Paul, at great length. And Danny Moy says, Richard, do the tweaky noise. Whatever can he mean? Beep-beep-beep-beep.
Nice.
Thanks.
We're doing great impressions of sci-fi
Yes.
icons tonight, aren't we?
We said, yeah, master. How's that? Anyway, got it wrong, says Gary. Well, never mind. Or is it a pullover, says Mark Arnold? It's definitely a jumper.
It's a Christmas jumper.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
Good. There we go.
Guys, says Scott. It was Robert M. Cassidy that guessed the blankety blank first. I saw it on the comment box, but you didn't. Well done, Robert Cassidy.
Yeah, well done.
Great.
Should we have a quick recap on the news
Yes.
before we disappear? If you've got any questions you would like answered before we go,
Nick McCarty.
do the UFO sound, please.
Do the Wogan voice, Richard. What UFO sound? Can you do that?
Oh, come on. That was
Okay.
pretty good.
And,
Richard, come on, do the Wogan voice.
I'm not a performing seal.
You pretty much are.
The old Wogan, eh? Do Wogan, please, says Robert Monk.
He's just done it. So if you have any questions,
Joanna
you...
Hollis,
yes.
I miss blankety blank, was fishing the hamster out of the corner. Wow. Things they get up to.
Yeah, naughty little hamsters.
Yeah.
Now, Richard,
Yes.
I'm going to recap the news.
Yes,
And
yes.
you're going to
Make a
keep an
note
eye
of
on
any questions.
and then we'll do that.
Yes.
So, if you missed our lovely news segment, the most important thing I can tell you right now is that Thursday, the 10th of October, 10/10,
Yep.
is Terrorhawks Day. And to celebrate, we're having a rolling stream of 6 back-to-back episodes of Terrorhawks, plus 3 episodes from the audio series, which you can enjoy for free on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch, all day from probably 6 a.m. on the 10th of October, 10/10. So, just catch them at any point. It's a 4-hour-long stream. It'll run through right till midnight. So go and watch some fun Terrorhawks stuff. Chris Thompson has also done some lovely Terrorhawks designs, which will be out on the same day.
Yes.
So that's your Terrorhawks news. Chris has also done this rather snazzy Fireflash t-shirt, currently available from the Gerry Anderson store, as is this Christmas jumper, which you can pre-order, which we've said 1,000 times, you can get from the Gerry Anderson store. It's real, it's woven acrylic, it's very comfortable. Beautiful colour. Final image subject to license or approval, I should add. Do pop along and listen to the Gerry Anderson podcast. Our latest episode has Barry Gray. It's an archive interview courtesy of Barry Gray archivist Ralph Titterton. Get well soon, Ralph. There's also some great... Well, there's loads of good stuff on there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the one thing I keep forgetting to say is that we did a 3-part interview with Mummy A.
Oh, yeah.
My mum.
Yeah.
There's loads and loads of stuff you probably didn't know about Dad's later life there, which is a really worthwhile listen, I think. If I do say so myself, and it gets a lot of praise even now. International Rescue Cufflinks recently out in the Gerry Anderson store. You can catch up on the Secret Service Primer as well as the Protectors. Chris Dale's been adding to our Primers series on YouTube. Just pop along there. There's a playlist right at the top of the Gerry Anderson YouTube channel, youtube.com/Gerry Anderson TV. There's hours and 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 hours of content there for you to enjoy. So pop along and do that, but make sure you've got some time.
Don't forget the World Cup, says AC.
Yes, all right, we'll cover that now. The Gerry Anderson World Cup is happening right now and for the next 23 or so days, let's say the rest of the month. The first 8 rounds are knockouts of 3 Gerry Anderson shows. The winners and runners-up of those will go on to face each other in the next round, and then it's quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, and we're going to decide once and for all the ultimate winner of the best Gerry Anderson TV show ever. So make sure you go and vote there. Simon Allen wants to know if the podcast will be going back to its usual length. What is its usual length? We've had episodes that are an hour,
2 hours,
episodes that are 2.5 hours. It just is as it is, and what we've got time for.
Yes.
But pop along. There's loads of hours and hours and weeks of that to listen to as well. Goodness me. Gerry Anderson Thunderbirds badges.
Oh, yeah.
These new rather snazzy ones are out now. There are also some new prints and fantastic other Chris Thompson designs. Pop along to the Gerry Anderson website if you want to read some A21 stories, which are TV21 style front page stories written by our very own AC. They are marvellous. If you haven't already grabbed yourself a copy of the UFO vinyl soundtrack, then do so now, as I believe that numbers are very low indeed. It was limited edition anyway, but we're down to the last few. Check out Breakaway if you haven't already. And I think that's sort of it, isn't it?
Sort of it, but I would just like to say that on the 19th of October,
yes,
the Saturday,
yes,
we're going to be at Elstree, aren't we?
We're going to Elstree.
And there might be people out there who might be joining us.
For an audience with people at an ITC thing. Yes, Simon Allen's going.
Great.
ITC too.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. I think we're going to try and do a podcast from there, aren't we?
We're going to try and record the podcast there. Matt Zimmerman's there. There are a couple of other Anderson guests. I'm trying to help them organise one more.
Oh, yeah.
No luck yet.
Okay, fine.
But I'm trying.
Right, is that Lou Hirsch?
It's definitely not Lou Hirsch.
No. Okay. Laura says, what do you think about fan fiction?
Great.
Love it. And in fact, that sort of inspired me to the amazingly popular Plot of Peril on the podcast, because I know a lot of people out there like to write their own Gerry Anderson adventures. So if you listen to the podcast, do join in and send us your very own Gerry Anderson plot in a very quick email, or post it on our Facebook podcast listeners group page. Listen and you'll understand. Ross says, anything for Children in Need or Halloween this year? Are we doing anything for...
Oh, we are doing something for Halloween.
Great.
Have I shown it to you?
No.
It's designed by Lee Sullivan.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So that's there. TTTT4 says, I'm trying to say stuff, but he keeps missing me.
Oh.
I have an involvement with an upcoming silver screen release. Great. Fantastic.
Well
Because they're doing a lovely job. So
nice.
TTTT4.
Very good. Well done. Well, we look forward to that.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I have a feeling I know which one it is.
Great.
Probably.
Alex says, are there any events planned for UFO's 50th anniversary next year?
I'm sure there is. There's... I can't say.
Oh.
I can't say.
Right. Fair enough.
No, there's some stuff going on, and there's definitely going to be an occasion to celebrate it next year at some point, doing something.
Yeah. Robert Doyle says, Plot of Peril needs some more work, Richard. I mean... Okay.
So, fair enough.
The Sodor engines say, using the plural, say, which Gerry Anderson series would you like to see rebooted?
The Investigator. No, not really. Not really. I don't know, actually.
No, fair enough.
I'm not, because I in some ways I like reboots.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's a really difficult thing to do, and some shows are too perfect to reboot.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Joanna Hollis says, I'm off to read a certain novel once this ends. Can't think what that might be, Richard. bowmanoftheyard.co.uk.
He's always getting the plug-in, isn't he?
Button Moon says, thanks for loving the picture that we posted earlier. Maybe she's going to try Stingray next time. I think that might be Hannah, because we showed that lovely Thunderbird
Yes.
2. Might not be, but if it is, well done again. We love that very much. Emma says, please do your Orin voice, Richard. Well, I think we need to get Kieran Chakinis in to do that. And someone else, Wookie, yes, says, Jamie, you have the coolest parents.
Fair enough. Thank
Don't
you.
we all, though?
Yeah.
Don't we all, really? But that's lovely.
Yeah.
Maybe a gritty reboot of Torchy, says J.A.J.
Torchy is
Productions.
plenty gritty enough.
Yeah, which story do you feel hasn't been explored in the Gerry Anderson universe, says Wookie
Oh,
Mart.
well, there's loads, really. I mean, obviously a bit more about Scarlet and the Mysterons I think would have been interesting.
Yeah.
In fact, I discussed that in a podcast coming up in a couple of weeks' time, or next week with Ray Earl.
Crikey. Nice.
Because I'm some of the elements of Scarlet in terms of the simplicity of the way it all starts and kind of, I don't know, the way the Mysterons deploy their threats and stuff. Sometimes I think of that as a bit simplistic, but actually the more I think about it and the more I talk to Ray, the smarter it seemed.
Aidan says, Richard, Jimmy Anderson, can you please read my 4 questions and comment, please?
We can't see them, Aidan.
Everything's flashing by, so we have to pick randomly, and I'm afraid it's that in many ways, the longer the text, the more difficult it is for us to read.
Yeah.
Because even that comment has now scrolled by.
Yeah.
So if you keep things short and pithy, then chances are we'll be able to read it. Like Simon White, who says Space Precinct is most deserving of a reboot.
Actually, he says most deserving of a rabbit.
Yeah, but they corrects himself in the
I
comment
know,
below.
no, I was just being silly. A new Scarlet series with a big finish, maybe. Stuart VS30011.
Sure.
I'm afraid we can't. We're not involved with the new Thunderbird, so we can't tell you any information that isn't already out in public domain because we don't hear any.
No.
Brilliant show. Any more Space Precinct comics? Maybe, Danny. There's just so much going on.
Yeah.
It's really tough to do as much as we'd like to do, but
Yeah.
in due course, I don't see why not, because that was pretty popular and
Yeah.
is still available from the Gerry Anderson store. That's what we've had enough plugging, haven't we, tonight?
We have, yes, there we are.
So, right, I think that's probably it, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, and sticking with us through thick and thin.
Yes, sorry about all the terrible technical hitches we've had, and
Yeah.
Chris, sorry that Big Rat Bites yet again crashed the stream, but we did try as hard as we possibly could.
Yes, we really did, yes. Next time, perhaps.
Laura Stanley, will there be any news on the Terrorhawks rebuilt on 1010? No, there will not be. There won't be.
Very early days.
Yeah, it's early days. There's all sorts of stuff going on there, but we can't give you any more information right now.
Yeah.
So that's that for now.
Yeah.
And I think at 1010 we're signing off.
Yeah.
Sort of now.
That'll be it.
We've got some more glasses of wine to
We
drink.
have, look at that.
And
Yeah.
we'll see you on, what was it?
The somethingth of November.
4th, 5th, 4th.
Somewhere around then.
The somethingth of November, the first Monday of November. We'll see you then for another Fab Live, hopefully without technical hitches.
Yes. And just finally, Kirsty Bickley has said, Richard, where did you get that wonderful jumper?
Oh, Richard, I don't think anybody's asked about that the whole time we've been on.
Come on, one final
did you-
time.
Where did you get that lovely jumper from? You can buy Richard's Christmas jumper at the Gerry Anderson store right now. shop.gerryanderson.co.uk.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Have a lovely month. Take care
Bye.
now.